Okay,
I got a message saying this meeting is live streaming.
yeah, perfect. I'll make you the host, and okay, you guys can get started whenever you're ready. I'll be dropping off now. Best of luck, everybody. Bye.
Yeah, Amit has to join. Someone, can you ping on your mail thread?
Yeah, I'll do
You
that.
didn't get the link. You just sent it to me.
Yeah, I later sent it to the main thread.
No, you didn't send it to the mail thread. You sent it to me.
I sent it to both. I first sent it to you. Sorry for that.
Okay, that's fine. Hello, all. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to Game 200. This meeting is being live streamed. We have Paul on seat 1, Amit on seat 2, Samantha on seat 3, and Kunal on seat 4. Please keep your hands on screen. You know the rest of the rules. Thank you, and good luck. Paul, your first question. What is the name of the premier international team competition in women's tennis, known previously as Fed Cup until September 2020? It was renamed in honor of a former world number one who was instrumental in setting up of the WTA, the Women's Tennis Association, who's been a prominent advocate for gender equality throughout her life.
Billie Jean King Copper Trophy.
That is correct. Billie Jean King Cup. While many national anthems are composed with nationalistic intentions, this country's national anthem, called March of the Volunteers, was originally composed for a 1935 film called Children of Troubled Times. The song from the film, a love story set during an invasion of the country, was so popular that it evolved into the country's national anthem in 1949. The country, please.
Ethiopia?
That's not correct. Amit?
Pass.
Passes to Samant? Kunal,
Pass.
pass. This is China.
Okay, yes.
Amit, your set of questions. The 37-minute-long 1987 amateur comedy, My Best Friend's Birthday, was the first work of which director, who would then go on to find fame in a polar opposite genre. Known for his non-linear storylines, stylized violence, use of profanity, he has also been a subject of much controversy, such as his excessive need for stunt perfection, causing Uma Thurman's car crash on the set of a 2003 movie.
Tarantino.
Tarantino is correct. Conflict minerals, often known by the abbreviation 3TG, referring to 3Ts and 1G, are four major minerals that are mined in conflict zones of Africa to secure key chemical elements. One of the reasons that the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, is considered the wealthiest nation in untapped resources is that it has the world's largest reserves of coltan, from which we obtain two elements, niobium and which other. The latter is considered technology critical due to its use in making capacitors for mobile phones, a refractory metal named after a character from Greek myth.
Tantalum.
Tantalum is correct, named after Tantalus. Samanth. In its most traditional form, this South Indian summer drink is simply water sweetened with jaggery, flavored with crushed cardamoms, and topped with some black pepper powder. Translating to sweet drink in Sanskrit, which drink, especially popular in Telugu-speaking areas, that is served during Ram Navami or Kudi Padwa celebrations. Ten seconds.
Pass.
Kunal,
Pass.
Paul,
Pass.
Smith,
Pass.
this is Panagam. Samanth. Which historical region and civilization, one of four ancient riverine civilizations alongside Nile Valley, Yellow River, and Indus Valley, was the land that was situated between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers, a fact that gives it its name. This civilization was home to Ur, considered to be the world's first literate society.
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia is correct, land between two rivers. Kunal. The earliest report of this creature appears in the Life of Saint Columba by Adomnan from the 6th century AD, while the best known article that created most of the popularity was by Alex Campbell, water bailiff for Blank and a part-time journalist. Modern interest was further aroused when George Spicer and his wife saw a most extraordinary form of animal in front of their car ride in Scottish Highlands. Which purported creature?
The Loch Ness Monster.
The Loch Ness Monster is correct. Which celebrity couple got married in 2004 in a mixed ceremony with Indian attire in Manhattan, New York? The ceremony included a reading from Shakespeare. This marriage between a British-American novelist and the Indian-American TV presenter of Top Chef lasted a little over 2 years.
Salman Rushdie and Padma Lakshmi.
That is correct. Salman Rushdie and Padma Lakshmi. Moving on to the next round. Paul. The Epic of Gilgamesh is an epic poem about the namesake king of Uruk, who was later deified, believed to be the oldest historical text behind the pyramid texts. Some of the best surviving versions of the epic was found in a tablet in the ruins of a royal library dedicated to which Assyrian king, the last of that empire.
Pass.
Passes to Amit.
Ashurbanipal.
Library of Ashurbanipal is correct. Paul. Regional lore in Himalayan describes three main varieties of the creature. Nyalmo, having black fur and 15 feet tall, the Chuti, about 8 feet tall, and the Rangshing Bombo with reddish brown fur and only about 3 to 5 feet tall. Which purported ape-like creature is this, whose origins may come from Sherpa folklore?
Yeti.
Yeti, or the abominable snowman, is correct. Amit, which coveted title is given to the winner of the professional men's bodybuilding contest at Joe Weider's Plank Fitness and Performance Weekend held by the IFBB? It is considered the most prestigious title in professional bodybuilding and shares its name with the site of an ancient athletic competition in the Peloponnese Peninsula. Ten seconds.
Olympus.
No, that's not correct. Saman?
Pass.
Kunal?
Pass.
Paul?
Mr. Olympia.
Could you repeat that, please? It broke up.
Mr. Olympia.
Mr. Olympia is the title, yes.
Olympia and Olympus are different places.
Which acid, obtained mostly from fruits like grapes and sometimes fruits like bananas and tamarinds, is mainly used in the manufacturing of wine. It is also used as a food preservative and in settings of gels or jellies. The food industry also uses it as an additive and flavoring agent.
Tannic acid.
That's not correct. Samant?
Pass.
Kunal?
Pass.
Paul?
Pectin.
That's not correct. It's tartaric acid.
Oh.
Samant, your set of questions. Quentin Tarantino has a long-lasting relationship with Robert Rodriguez. In 2007, Tarantino combined with Robert Rodriguez to release a double feature, that is a group of two films under one collective title, combining Tarantino's Death Proof about a murderous stuntman with Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror. What is the collective title? A nod to the type of 70s theater that mainly showed low-budget horror, splatter, and exploitation films.
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse is correct. Which country's national anthem, titled in English as "This is the Home of the Brave," translated from original, is sung a cappella because musical instruments are prohibited for religious reasons?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia is not correct. Kunal?
Pass.
Amit?
Pass.
Paul?
Pass.
Pass. This is Afghanistan. Kunal? What is the biennial men's golf competition played between teams representing Europe and United States, with a venue alternating between courses in the two regions? Originally contested between Great Britain and United States, it first took place in United States in 1927 and is named after the English businessman who donated the trophy.
Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup is correct. Structures built in ancient Mesopotamia has a form of a terraced compound of successively receding stories or levels, getting its name from Akkadian for to protrude or pinnacle, also cognate with modern day Hebrew. The locals believed that the gods lived in the temple at the top of these. What structures, some of the grandiose of which include the Great Blank of Ur, the Blank of Akar Kuf near Baghdad, and the now destroyed Etemenanki in Babylon? 20 seconds. Sorry, 10 seconds. Any answer, please?
No?
No,
He's
I think
dropped off. I'll need to pass him. Samant, I'll wait for him for the next question.
Ziggurat.
Ziggurat is correct. Just wait a few minutes for him. He's back.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can. Sorry
Yeah,
about that,
sorry.
Kunal. I had to pass you on that previous question.
Yeah,
The
no
answer
problem.
was-
There's a power cut. I might, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, the answer was Ziggurat. I had to pass you, but we're waiting for you for the next one. Paul, this is your question. The most common conflict mineral among the three TG is which item that was one of the biggest trade items from West Africa in the 18th century alongside ivory and slaves. Its position as a conflict mineral is primarily due to its mining in South Africa, especially in and around the city of Johannesburg, where the product has been a cause of many wars in history.
Diamond.
That's not correct. Kunal,
Pass.
Amit,
Pass.
Samant,
Gold.
gold is correct. Paul, Quentin Tarantino's 2012 film Django Unchained stars a tragic hero character who has appeared in 30 other films, originally appearing in the film Django by Italian Sergio Corbucci. Drawing from Corbucci's character, Tarantino paid a tribute to what genre of films from the 50s and 60s that was made famous by Sergio Leone and Corbucci. The genre gets its name from the fact that most of it was made by Italians and set in a particular part of America.
Spaghetti Western.
Spaghetti westerns are correct. One second. Adi and Rudolf, a pair of German brothers who had set up a shoe factory, had a fallout due to Rudolf's suspicion that his brother Adi was behind his conscription into the army, while Adi went on to launch one major shoe brand after his own name, which rival company located in the same district of Germany did Rudolf start?
Puma.
Puma is correct. Which purported creature's name literally means goat sucker, coined by a Puerto Rican comedian after consecutive livestock killings in a town called Mocha, were thought to be due to this so-called vampire of Mocha. In 1995, 8 sheep were found to be dead in Puerto Rico with puncture wounds in the chest area. More recently, in 2018, there were reports of creatures in Manipur, India, even though this was found false later on.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra is right. Correct answer. Samant. Which celebrity couple renewed their wedding vows in 2008 in an Indian-style wedding on Mexico's Costa Carayas beach? The couple and all their guests were dressed in Banarasi saris, lenga chuni, sherwani, and kurta. The renewed vows between the German-American model and the British singer who sang Crazy / Kiss from a Rose lasted 4 years after the ceremony.
Seal and Heidi Klum.
Seal and Heidi Klum is the right answer. Samant, your next question. Fresco is a technique of mural painting executed upon freshly laid lime plaster. The creation of Adam is among Michelangelo's most well-known works, pictured here as part of a large fresco on the ceiling of which building in Vatican. Named for a 15th century pope, the building is also home to another well-known fresco, The Last Judgment, seen here behind the altar.
Sistine Chapel.
Sistine Chapel is the correct answer. Kunal, your set of questions. Discovered by Eric the Red in 995, this island became part of Kingdom of Denmark, Norway after the ratification of the Kalmar Union. In 1721, a Lutheran minister came in and established the town today known as Nuuk, which island, whose colonial status ceased in 1953, becoming a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It gained home rule in 1979.
Greenland.
Greenland is the correct answer. Move on to the next round. Sorry, one more question for you, Kunal. I apologize. Why I'm Not a Christian is a 1927 essay by which British philosopher? In it, the author defines the term and then sets out to prove why he isn't one, while also covering logical arguments for the existence of God, Christian theology specifics, and Darwin's theories.
Bertrand Russell.
Bertrand Russell is the correct answer. We move on to the next round. Paul. Although this family started producing leather goods in Italy in the 15th century, the brand we know today was only founded in a saddlery in Florence in 1906. Which brand that was rocked by bitter fights for control of the high fashion retail empire until family members eventually sold a near 50% stake to a Middle Eastern investment banking firm in 1988.
Armani.
Armani is not correct. Kunal?
Pass.
Amit?
Gucci.
Gucci is correct. House of Gucci. Which wind-based musical instrument played with continuously vibrating lips and a technique called circular breathing has been used by indigenous people of Australia from over 1500 years? The instrument was sampled in the song Jaane Kyun from Dil Chahta Hai, as well as in the opening part of Black Eyed Peas number Pump It.
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo is the correct answer. Amit, pictured here is Giovanni Donata the Montalfono's crucifixion that can be seen at the monastery of Santa Maria del Grazie in Milan. Which more famous fresco by Leonardo da Vinci depicting another pivotal biblical event adorns the other side of the wall?
Last Supper.
Last Supper is the correct answer. Which celebrity couple got married in 2007 in traditional Hindu wedding held at Umaid Bhavan Palace, Jodhpur? The marriage between the English actress of Bedazzled / Austin Powers and an Indian textile heir lasted 4 years. Ten seconds.
Hurley Ambani.
Not Hurley Ambani. Kunal,
Oh, pass.
Samant,
Pass.
Paul,
Pass.
His name is Sanjeev something, no?
Arun Nair.
Arun Nair.
Elizabeth Hurley and Arun Nair. Samant, your set of questions. This wind-based musical instrument consists of an air supply, a bag, a chanter, and usually at least one drone, all of which comes from a traditional tartar covering that goes well with the kilt. Which instrument, pictured here, that was also sampled by AC/DC in their number, It's a Long Way to the Top.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes is the right answer. Often called the World Women's Team Championships, what is the name of the international badminton competition among women's national badminton team? Named after former British badminton player Betty Blank, the championships have been conducted at the same time as Thomas Cup since 1984, with India reaching the semi-finals in 2014 and 2016.
This is Uber Cup.
Uber Cup is an excellent answer. Uber Cup is the right answer. Which country's national anthem has different lyrics for each of the country's 4 official languages? German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Kunal. Ten seconds.
Switzerland?
Switzerland is the right answer. Which chemical element is secured from a conflict mineral called wolframite, mined mostly in China, but also in DRC's conflict zone? The element is used in armor-piercing ammunition as well as in machine tools in the form of blank carbide. Ten seconds.
Pass. I don't know.
Passes. Paul.
Tungsten.
Tungsten is correct. I have a little explanation here. Tungsten chemical symbol is W coming from wolframite. At the halfway point, we have Samant at 8, Amit at 7, and Kunal and Paul tied at 6. Any if you want a water break or something,
Just give me 1 minute. I'm just shifting my connection.
that's fine.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
All right, second half starts now. Good luck. With a name translating to hot cooler, which cold summer drink found in the streets of Madurai is made from a mixture of milk, almond gum, sarsaparilla root syrup, sugar, and ice cream. Its origins lie in the Mughal era dish of Faluda, but with a major difference between the presence of almond gum that makes it a stir and drink kind of dessert rather than scoop up kinds.
Pass.
This is Kunal.
Jigar Thanda.
Jigar Thanda is the right answer. For the spelling for the other people, Jigar Thanda. This organic acid is found in leafy greens, cocoa nuts, and seeds. Its name comes from the fact that early investigators isolated it from flowering plants of the genus Blank, commonly known as wood sorrels. What is this acid? That's the simplest dicarboxylic acid.
Um,
10 seconds.
Phytic acid.
No, that's not correct. Kunal,
Pass.
Amit,
Pass.
Samant,
Pass.
passes. This is oxalic acid. Also accept a lot of these things. Genus was oxalis. Amit, held every 2 years, what biennial tournament organized by FIDE is a competition where teams representing various nations compete, although the sport is itself individual in nature. The use of the name for this FIDE championship is of historical origin and implies no connection with another quadrennial sporting event. Two-word answer, including the name of the sport required.
Chess Olympiad.
Chess Olympiad is the correct answer. Being one of the few instruments in wide use by a single individual, which is, now we have the picture. Sorry about that. Being one of the few instruments in wide use invented by a single individual, which single reed woodwind instrument takes its name from its inventor, Adolphe Blanc. Conceived in the 1840s and patented in Paris in 1846, this brass instrument found its home in jazz music, where it was popularized by the likes of Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, and Coleman Hawkins.
Saxophone.
Saxophone is correct. Samanth, your two questions. In the annals of family feuds, the slugfest of the Blanc family of Kansas is one of the biggest, meanest, and longest running. Which family is the New Yorker describing here during their protracted court case? The second largest privately owned company in the US, they made their conglomerate from refining of petroleum before diversifying and are also engaged in politics majorly.
Koch, Koch.
Koch brothers is right. KOCH, as you said. The second most prestigious event in professional men's bodybuilding is the Blanc Classic, a multi-sport festival established in 1989 and held in Columbus, Ohio. It's named after a former bodybuilder, the youngest ever to win the Mr. Olympia title and the star of the 1977 bodybuilding documentary Pumping Iron. Who is this person who remains a prominent figure in bodybuilding?
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is correct. Kunal, your set of questions. Stanza di Raffaello, a set of rooms in the Apostolic Palace in Vatican, is adorned with frescoes created by the artist Raphael. One such work depicted here showcases the supposed transfer of authority over Rome and the western part of the Roman Empire to the Pope. Papacy forged a Roman imperial decree by 4th century emperor in order to get their way. What is this painting? Also the name of the incident that references the act of giving by the titular emperor. Ten seconds.
Something like Constantinople's gift.
That's not the correct answer. Amit?
Pass.
Samanth?
Donation of Constantine.
Donation of Constantine is the right answer. Once counted among India's most revered entrepreneurs, the Singh brothers, Malvinder and Shivinder, ran which pharmaceutical company for years until they sold it to Daiichi Sankyo, who in turn sold it to Sun Pharma in 2014. Accusations of financial irregularity and poor quality of medicines produced during their management led to the brothers' relationship deteriorating, with allegations, counter allegations, and even allegations of physical assault surfacing since.
Ranbaxy.
Ranbaxy is the correct answer. We're done with 10 questions apiece. Samanth at 11, Amit at 9, Kunal at 8, and Paul at 6. We move on to the next round. Which celebrity couple got married in 2010 in a traditional Hindu ceremony near Ranthambore Tiger Sanctuary in Rajasthan? This marriage between the English comedian star of Get Him to the Greek and the American singer-songwriter of the #1 single, I Kissed a Girl, lasted 14 months.
Katy Perry and Russell Brand.
Katy Perry and Russell Brand is the right answer. The OAS organization, the L'Armée Secrète, is a right-wing military organization made many attempts on Charles de Gaulle's life. The most famous was on 22nd August 1962, when a hail of bullets fired at the president's vehicle succeeded in blowing out all its tires, although de Gaulle's driver managed to accelerate away, which act of de Gaulle's a few months in as the president of France had led to these attempts on his life.
Independence of Algeria.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Algeria's independence. Amit, which Indian summer drink typically found in Gujarat and Maharashtra is made by combining Srikhand, which is made from strained yogurt, buttermilk, nutmeg, saffron, and an assortment of dry fruits. Given the resultant concoction is rich and creamy, it's considered to be the drink of gods, thereby getting its name.
Thandai.
Not Thandai. Kunal? Kunal.
Pass.
Samant?
Pass.
Paul?
Pass.
This is a drink called Piyush. Amit? Probably the biggest gift that Mesopotamian civilization.
If you guys don't know it, I certainly don't.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, go ahead, here.
No,
I'm
Paul
saying
is
if you guys
frozen.
don't know it, just, I certainly
Paul is frozen. Just hold on for 1 second.
don't.
Am I audible to all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Just
some-
wait for a couple of seconds for Paul.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't see you move.
Okay, hold on. Let me just try to change it. Because I can be fine.
Yes, I think you should be fine once you come back again on video.
You can see me, is it?
I can. You're still a little jerky, but I think it's
Am I there?
you're fine. Yeah. You're perfect. Probably Amit, your question. Probably the biggest gift that Mesopotamian civilization gave the world is its writing system, believed to be the earliest known system, where it was originally developed to write a Sumerian language. What is this logosyllabic script that is named for the characteristic wedge-shaped impression that form the signs?
Cuneiform.
Cuneiform is the right answer. Show the answer. Samant? The North Atlantic archipelago, an island country, is located about halfway between Norway and Iceland. Between 1035 and 1814, it was part of the Kingdom of Norway, part of its union with Denmark from 1380, which island group, today a self-governing country, but still part of the Kingdom of Denmark.
Faroe Islands.
That's the correct answer, Faroe Islands. Why I
Sorry, my Wi-Fi is going very. I'm just going to switch Wi-Fi 1 second.
Are you okay?
Just.
All right.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you fine. It's
Okay,
just
that
your
might be better
it's
now.
just your video.
Hold on. That okay?
Yes, it is. Why I too am not conservative is a collection of essays on liberalism and conservatism by which Nobel laureate. In the work, this economist, known for his public choice theory and the 1962 work, The Calculus of Consent, presents a coherent political and economic position on classical liberalism as distinguished from both modern liberalism and conservatism.
Friedman.
No, that's not correct. Kunal?
Galbraith.
No, Galbraith is also not correct. Amit?
Pass.
Passes to Paul.
Pass.
Passes. This is James Buchanan, not the president.
Hmm.
Kunal, which American bodybuilder won the Mr. Olympia title a record 8 consecutive years starting in 1998 and is widely regarded as one of the greatest of all time? He is recognized for his trademark high-pitched voice and his regular shouts of self-encouragement in training videos, including phrases like "Yeah, buddy," "lightweight baby," and "nothing but a peanut." 10 seconds. I need an answer, Kunal.
Dwayne Johnson.
No, that's not correct. Amit,
Pass.
passes. Paul,
Coleman.
that is correct. Ronnie Coleman is the right answer. Kunal, which strong acid, a colorless solution with a pungent smell, is a component of the gastric acid and in the digestive system of most animal species, including humans? In our body, it helps break down the food that we eat, while industrially it's a key component of in pickling of steel and regulation of acidity in solutions. Ten seconds.
Hydrochloric acid.
Hydrochloric acid is the correct answer. Moving into the penultimate round. Why I Am an Atheist is an essay written by which Indian revolutionary in 1930 from the confines of the Lahore Central Jail. It was a reply to his religious friend Baba Randhir Singh, who had accused him of becoming an atheist because of his vanity.
Jindal.
No, that's not correct. Amit?
Pass.
Kunal?
Bhagat Singh.
Bhagat Singh is the right answer. Paul? Denmark acquired the island of St. Thomas in 1971 and St. John, now St. John, in 1718 and bought St. Croix from France in 1733. These islands were known as the Danish West Indies and were eventually sold to the United States in 1917 for $25 million, with USA hoping to use them as naval bases. What are these islands known as today?
The U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yes, that's correct. Virgin Islands, US Virgin Islands. Amit? In August 2020, which Russian opposition leader and lawyer was poisoned by the Kremlin with a Novichok nerve agent during a flight from Tomsk to Moscow, an assassination attempt he survived? He has organized many anti-government demonstrations and attempted to run for office to advocate reforms against corruption in Russia and Putin.
Navalny.
Alexei Navalny is correct. Why Am a Hindu is a 2018 book by which Indian Member of Parliament, MP, in which he argues that it is precisely because Hindus form the majority that India has survived as a plural secular democracy.
Tharoor.
Shashi Tharoor is the right answer. Samant, as per one historian, this conflict mineral gets its name from an ancient Babylonian ethnic people called the Kassites. Today, while Bolivia and Rwanda have access to this mineral, it's also a cause of conflict in the Walikare territory of DRC, which silvery colored chemical element to be derived from this conflict mineral that is used in the alloy of pewter, soft shoulders, and food packaging. 10 seconds.
Lithium.
No, that's not correct. Amit,
Pass.
Kunal,
Pass.
Paul,
Pass.
pass. This is tin.
10.
Samant,
Tin.
tin, yes. Easier. Valerie Jean Solanas was an American radical feminist known for the Scum Manifesto, was also portrayed an important role in the 1967 erotic movie I, A Man. Who is the director of this movie, whom she shot the next year in a failed assassination attempt? While he has directed, produced over 150 films, we know him for his artistic pursuits, one such work of which sold for last week for a whopping $200 million.
Warhol.
Andy Warhol is the right answer. Kunal? A quote about Indian summer drinks cannot go without the mention of King of Fruits, mango. Pune's own street drink during the summer is a mango milkshake topped with chunks of fresh fruit, crunchy nuts, succulent cherries, and whipped cream. What drink? Named after the princess of Bundelkhand who stole Peshwa Baji Rao's heart. Ten seconds. Alina, answer please. Kunal?
Pass.
Amit?
Mastani.
You can accept that. Mango Mastani. Mastani is the right answer. Kunal, in 1996, Quentin Tarantino wrote the screenplay for which cult film by Robert Rodriguez, in which he also acted as one of the pair of criminal brothers, with the other being portrayed by George Clooney. The movie has spawned two sequels, one subtitled Texas Blood Money and the other The Hangman's Daughter.
Dawn and dusk.
I'll prompt you.
Dusk and dawn.
No, that's not the right answer. Amit?
Dawn to dusk.
Sorry, not right. Samant?
From dusk till dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn is the right answer. Moving on to the last round, we have Samant leading at 14, Amit close behind at 13, Kunal and Paul tied at 10. Good luck. Pumping Iron was a 1977 docudrama about professional bodybuilding that turned the two leads, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno, into household names. While Schwarzenegger went on to have a storied career in film and politics, what acting role did Ferrigno eventually become famous for? He portrayed this character in various TV and film through the 80s and continued to provide the voice for him in contemporary cinematic universes.
The Incredible Hulk. The Hulk.
The Hulk, Incredible Hulk is the right answer. Giotto's most famous fresco psyche is his work on the life of Virgin Mary at a chapel in Padua, Italy. Pictured here is one of the works in the group that depicts a critical biblical scene involving Virgin Mary, of course. What is the title of this painting?
The Adoration.
No, not the Adoration, Kunal.
Immaculate Conception.
Not that, not Immaculate Conception. Amit,
Pass.
passes to Samant.
The nativity.
Nativity is the right answer. Amit, this town in the Mayiladurai district in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu was established in 1620 as the first Danish trading post in India. An annual tribute was paid by the Danes to the Raja of Tanjore, under whose jurisdiction this colony lay, until it was sold to the British East India Company in 1845. What is the name of this colony? Ten seconds. Only
Tanjore.
No, not Tanjore. Kunal,
Tranquebar?
Tranquebar is correct. Tranquebar or Tarangambadi. Amit, when this Mediterranean island nation was declared independent from Great Britain in 1960, there was no mention of a national anthem. Thanks to this, the two large groups that inhabit the island from the two nearby nations have adopted their home countries' respective national anthems as the official one. If one is Istiqlal Marsi or Independence March, and the other is Hymn to Freedom, that's translated, which country are we talking about?
Cyprus.
Cyprus is correct. Samanth, 16th century Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers in America told tales of Los Vigilantes Oscuros or dark watchers, a large creature which used to stalk their camps at night, allegedly. The modern name came to be when large tracks were seen in the Six Rivers National Forest, and logging company that was involved in the discovery used the term to describe the creature. Which purported creature?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot is correct. Bigfoot, or we can accept Sasquatch also. Samanth, what acid is 4% of vinegar by volume, making it the main component of vinegar apart from water and other trace elements? This acid is also used in the production of photographic film, wood glue, and synthetic fibers and fabrics. In biochemistry, the blank group derived from it is fundamental to all forms of life.
Acetic acid.
Acetic acid is correct. Acetic acid, part of vinegar. Kunal, the last two questions are for you. Which wind-based musical instrument, part of a standard Western orchestra, is held diagonally in front of the player, but due to its large size, requires a waist strap or seating to be played? The 2011 Kanye West album samples this, as he once famously tweeted, while it is part of almost all major orchestral arrangements. Ten seconds.
Oboe?
Not the oboe. Paul?
Bassoon.
Bassoon is the right answer. On 28 July 1944, Klaus von Stauffenberg and other conspirators attempted to assassinate Adolf Hitler inside his Wolf's Lair field headquarters. With the goal of wresting political control of Germany from the Nazis, this operation wasn't a success. What was this operation called? Named after one of Odin's handmaids. A 2008 film about these events is also named the same.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie is the right answer. We end the quiz. Samanth with 17 wins the quiz. Amit with 14 finishes second. Paul and Kunal tie at third with 12. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Well played, guys.
Thanks,
Well
yeah.
played.
Yeah, thanks.
Well
Thanks,
played.
guys. Thanks here for reading. Yeah. All the best. Yeah.
Thanks. Well played.
Well played. All the best to all of you.